So that's the clip that's been circulating all around Twitter, all around the internet, the excitement about Bitstamp and their announcement about XRP. Now, I'm going to go into, in this video, a brief history on this whole Bitstamp thing and, recent events with Ripple and shares and all that kind of stuff. Then I'm going to get into an expansion of thought about what this announcement could potentially be. I am by no means saying that this is what the announcement is going to be, or I'm not hedging my bets in this capacity, right? I'm just exploring an idea based on some conversations I've had recently with Caleb and Brown, and also with the CEO of Uphold. Some of the thoughts that we brought into there, I'm going to bring them into this video, into my own thought process as to what I would see as the absolute best scenario for what could happen to XRP in this Bitstamp announcement. So very recently, Bitstamp had a large portion of their shares bought by a company that we love called Ripple. But Bitstamp is very, very important to Ripple and Ripple's push of XRP out into the world. So Bitstamp is fundamental in the distribution of XRP around the world. So Ripple recently bought a large share of Bitstamp, the company, as part of their expansion. I'd imagine it's their expansion play. So I see there's lots of these mergers, these acquisitions that they made with Metaco, for example. Now they're doing it with Bitstamp. I'd imagine there's probably more to come, all on the lead up to like an IPO type situation. So that's the recent events about Ripple and Bitstamp. And now we see that video that I played at the beginning of this video about how Bitstamp have a massive XRP announcement. And more specifically, they said taking XRP to the next level. Now, what is that next level? Well, here is my thought process on this, because obviously we have these thoughts, oh, maybe Bitstamp's going to do XRP staking, but is that the next level really? The amount of people that have done staking already, is that the next level of XRP? I don't believe so. I think the next level, the next use case, upgrading the use of XRP in the world capacity is actually starting to use XRP as liquidity. As that asset that goes in the middle, that bridge asset, the agnostic bridge currency. So what do I mean by that? Well, in my recent conversations with Caleb and Brown and my conversation with the CEO of Uphold, they both revealed how they facilitate the trades in the background. So let's say we've got US dollars on this side and we've got Brazilian real on that side. Well, Uphold in this situation would facilitate the trade automatically, and the user using Uphold would say, oh, that's just happened straight away. But what's happened in the background is that Uphold have their own pool of liquidity, fiat currency, whatever it is. They have that pool waiting, and they can basically facilitate the trade immediately and then return their funds back to their liquidity pool later on over a series of trades. So it looks different for the user using the Uphold app. It all looks kind of immediate, but in the background there's actually a delay, and the people providing the actual money for the trade for you to see that money's moved or being added to your account, that's Uphold's money that has done that. And it's the same with Caleb and Brown. They facilitate it with their own pool of liquidity. I straight up asked both of them, why on earth wouldn't you use XRP in the middle of every single trade, every single pair that you have? Why would you not use XRP in the middle? It's literally what it's made for. The slogan, the motto of Uphold is literally anything to anything. And the unique selling point of XRP is being that middle currency, that bridge currency between anything and anything, right? It's such a good fit. And I've always wondered, why aren't you doing this? Why haven't you moved over to the blockchain? Why aren't you using XRP as this bridge asset between all trading pairs? And as you might recall in that interview with Uphold CEO, Simon McLaughlin, he said, you never want to be the first to move. And that's particularly interesting because it plays into the idea of the virtuous cycle that Molly Elmore talks about a lot. And now all of a sudden, as my byproduct, I talk about it a lot because I just love the idea so much. But people don't move. It's like bystander syndrome or the bystander complex. If you see someone getting beaten up in the street, 99% of people walk past because they believe someone else will do something about it. And it's only when somebody starts to do something about it that more people are likely to join, because then it starts to feel weird as a bystander and that you're not acting. In that small scenario there about protecting someone on the street, expand that out to big companies like Uphold or Caleb and Brown considering whether to jump into blockchain in this big way. Well, everyone's kind of waiting until the first person does it. And then they all jump on because they know that the due diligence made by that first company is substantial enough to make that jump. There's also a competitive advantage for people who jump on early. There's pros and cons and risks that they have to weigh with all those things. But could it be that Bitstamp, now that they have a large portion of their shares owned by Ripple, could Bitstamp be the perfect playing ground to use an exchange for this exact scenario? To use XRP underneath as that pool of liquidity to provide liquidity for every single trading pair on Bitstamp. Not just the kind of the XRP USD pair. I'm talking every single pair. The Shiba Inu to Hex pair. I just completely threw those two out there. But you would use XRP in the middle to facilitate those trades instantaneously, right? It's using XRP the way it was supposed to be used, just not in the location you thought it would be used initially. Obviously, most of us think the institutions are going to have the most use for it by transferring that value cross-border. But why not use it in this capacity, underneath the exchanges, being the core function and the core asset underneath every single exchange? These are massive entities, these exchanges. The volume going through these exchanges is insane. And I've just looked on Google here. There are 77 coins on Bitstamp, 168 trading pairs, and their 24-hour trading volume is $159,704,625.50. That's every 24 hours. That's what they do. And Binance did 6.3 billion every 24 hours and 3.5 trillion over the course of a week. So when we're talking about institutions and big businesses using XRP in the way that we want them to, we've never really considered exchanges, but it's a perfect fit for what XRP can do. This has the potential to be a massive move. And I will say that the chances are this is not what is going to happen, right? It's just my thought process on what could happen. So don't get over the top and don't say that I'm predicting a $746 XRP with this Bitstamp stuff. It's entirely possible that they can say we're just doing staking and it's amazing, and everyone's like, okay, that's good, but it's not it's not like the crazy move that we were hoping. But certainly, if there was going to be any exchange that was going to use XRP the way XRP is supposed to be used, it would be the exchange that has large shares bought out by Ripple, right? So piecing things together there, it's extremely exciting to watch. And this video is going to come out, and then the announcement's going to come out, and then this is probably going to be wrong. We're going to see. If the announcement comes out pretty soon, then I'll make another video about it. Wanted to get this one out nice and quick.